I get it, guys. I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't know. It seems like some people are still not getting it. And I don't get it. Why? Those are so many get it in the first 10 seconds of the video. Of course, hello and welcome to Coast Nation Fan TV. I am Bill, I'm your host. If you're joining us for the first time, well, this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. Kaizer Chiefs just won a match against RichardsBay FC. It's 3:26 a.m. in Indonesia, but I was watching the match, and what a match! What a match! I think I will start with the fact that starting 11 said to Uzwane made some positive changes, and one of the biggest cries that you guys are having is the fact that Vuma with aerial balls, he wasn't dealing with them good well enough. And what we saw today with the introduction of Peterson Uguti with those amabolo bephuma wakheche, although there was just two mistakes where he could have punched the ball because ngathi into ahleze yilwela and to just try and catch it, but at least he did better than what Umvuma usually does, which is usually just miss the balls. But that was a positive change, and obviously the one that was expected by everyone. I mean, in the Magangezano, he was expected. Even I was expecting for him to be benched because not because now he should never play for Chiefs again, but because you have to give Ongwabo a chance to play as well, because we have to put a culture ukuthi if you don't play well, there will be consequences. Otherwise, people will just end up playing however they want because they know ukuthi ischeme esabo. So that was a positive change, and the coach still kept Utoli, who actually had a good game. And today, angifuni mina uqamba manga. If a player had a good match, Utoli had a good match. And one thing that we have been talking about a lot, Uguti, he's not showing leadership, but today we saw him showing leadership, working hard. Even towards like the last 15 minutes of the match, he was cramping, but he was still like rallying the troops. Let's go, guys, let's go, marking, covering ground, and doing everything. And we also saw Mshini playing. And Uzwan is not being negative at all. He was playing mad, step. Those guys have defensive abilities. If Kugutu Stebo Alagu Chiefs, well, there was a point in his career where he did play as a defensive midfielder. So, Ubeidlala defensive midfield. Even after Umat got a red card, we'll talk about that now. But they were able to play alternating role ukuthi one hold it while the other one is moving further up. And I still honestly don't get why people were talking nonsense and trash about Ustem ukuthi he's not quality Chiefs. Every time Ustebe gets on the ball, we are one umnyakazo. It's either will carry the ball and start moving forward with the ball. And then 10 yards ahead, like 10 yards further than his starting position, he then passes the ball sideways or to the other side. And then Sensotwe always passes the ball sideways. If you carry the ball 10 meters, 10 yards ahead, and then you spread it wide, Sector will pass it sideways. Or pass it sideways, as far as I'm concerned, is to get the ball here, pass the ball there, get the ball there, pass the ball there, which is also not necessarily a bad thing. But we're talking about Ustebe here who gets the ball here and carry it forward, and then Masekuzi pressure Gui, then he passes the ball wide. In that way, he invites the pressure to himself. In that way, he's freeing the people who are running out wide, which happens and it works well for him. And today was doing it as well. And Abantu, some people will talk about I think the only thing that he would need to fix is precision when he's playing those long passes, because I think we as identify space vision right. It's just that the execution of the pass is the only thing that he needs to fix. But playing with arrogance, something that Uzwane has always said he wanted to see, he does that pretty well. And as we see, Ipon Zwane, it's about intensity, and that's how we started the match. Even the shot, we're intensity. We're playing high line, we're pressing them, we're making sure they don't play ball. Teams need to understand that that should be a theme against each and every team. Would you playing against Kaizer Chiefs, you do not get a chance on the ball. Would see like that's what we're doing. Press the team until you get again. Obviously, Umata to the red card. Was it a red card? Yeah, it was a red card. He was the last man. Although I did feel like maybe Bonner, the striker, did not really have control of the ball, but I think he did. So it was a red card. Speak. And here's another thing that I don't get. They highlight. People are saying, why is Peterson always not a balling? Guys, ngicela siyekele lento yokubuka ibhola lase-South Africa kuphela, okay? Because lento yokubuka ibhola lase-South Africa kuphela, when we start implementing izinto ezenziwa ebholweni lase-Europe, then siyaxwaya. Manuel Neuer uvimbela iBayern Munich, Alisson Beck uvimbela Liverpool, Ederson uvimbela Man City. Those keepers badlala i-highlight ama-team owu-3 la badlala Bayern, Liverpool and Man City. All those 3 keepers abame epalini. Why bengame epalini? Because the team is playing high line. Ngeke ungitshela ukuthi i-team ime ku-halfway line is pressing the other team when ume ku-goal line. Uzomelana ku-goal line because the other team might only ibhola, they will play it over and behind your defense. And ukhipha wakho uma isepalini, that means the striker will have a clear like 30 meters or what, however long, running to the keeper and then scoring. And by the time ukeeper zama ukuphuma bayamchip. So that is why uPeterson ubengame epaleni, because ubenzela ukuthi ibhola madlala over the top, he can run and clear the ball. But abantu manje sekubangathi ke into engamele yenze ukuthi ukhipha ngame epaleni, uzomelana epaleni ngoba phela i-team idlala i-highline. It just doesn't make sense. Anibuke nibhola lakwamanye ama-country nizobona nani ukuthi i-highline imayidlalwa ukeeper wenza njani, what's the positioning of the keeper as well. And obviously uPeterson kusekhona izinto azozenza as ama-mistake mazidlala highline ukuthi ayipositione kanjani, because I still do believe ukuthi in the case where we ended up conceding a goal, he should have been even further up, in fact, ukuze bezokwazi ukuthi a-intercept ibhola before kuze kufike ukuthi umatha commit. But those are mistakes that would still be made, and Nama might be wrong because I haven't seen it back again. But it's things that happen ukuthi keepers babame epaleni so that they'll be able to clear the ball madlala over the top. And then yaqhubeka i-team sadlala kahle after a red card, and Uzwane made a positive change, which some people might not have liked ukuthi afake uBlom, because as much as uSebe ubemaga bebeshintshana kahle noMatt in playing with double pivot and being defensive, and then uDoli wadrop up alongside them, bese kudingeka iy'nyawo ngempela, because as much as uDoli ekwazi ukudefend, uSithebe ubeseyedwa at that time. I mean, as much as uSithebe ekwazi ukudefend, but uSithebe ubeseyedwa at that time, and iRichardsBay besiyazi ukuthi bayashoda, so let's bombard the midfield yabo. So we needed the legs, and Uzwane made a good change by bringing in uBlom, and very umbona ukuthi he was going to the right, he was coming to the left, he was just doing everything and being the legs. Which brings me back to my point, which is this: nethi uBlom adlala right back, but ku-right back ukhona uSolomons, and once kwasayina uDove or whoever bazogcina munye bemsayina to play as a left back, uBlom will not have a place ku-right back, and that means i-position ezobumsalela is to play as a central defensive midfielder. And I think that fits him better. I just think he has the legs, I just think he has the discipline to position himself right. I just think he has engine to work and play in the defensive midfield role, because every time I've seen him play there, I've seen him do much less wrong things as compared to izinto wrong azenzayo uma right back, because usastrugglisha ngokukrossa blah blah blah, and also Solomons have a better pace, have a better ball control and whatnot than him. So uBlom, I see him suiting that position by defensive midfielder better. That's just my opinion. And some could media ngotoli. And then penalty guys, come on, sesingazi endeni, penalty bamgqobile. And another thing that is underrated about their penalty ukuthi Usahota did not give up. Usahota had a good game. Why am I not mentioning this? Usahota had a good game. Usahota had such a really, really good game. And when they utilized him as a number 9, his role is just going to be running behind the RichardsBay, and it worked against the Sundowns. And I did talk about ukuthi mabemsebenzisa as unumber 9 wethu uzoswinela ama-penalty, and today it worked again. He won us another penalty. Last week kwawina penalty, and it seems like defenders kwi-PSL they struggle with a person on a pace uzoqhumisa igijima emva kwabo, because basabe pace and then bacabanga ukuthi uzokwenza something, and then bagcine bemfowula, because as a striker, we know that a striker should always be expecting the opposition's defenders to make a mistake, and he was expecting them to make a mistake. Kube miscommunication ongena phakathi kwabo, bagcine bemhlaba pen. Solomon steps up, scores. I still don't understand why people are saying, why did Dolly not step up? Why did Kama not step up? I think we know by now already this is not PSG, or la ukuthi kuya ngokuthi ubani one-ego enkulu uzoshiya penalty. By now, I am sure Uzwane has the list yokuthi who's the best penalty taker. I am sure during the week ama-penalty were practiced and bayazi ukuthi who is going to score penalty. Ngoba ngeke vele qhamuka uSolomon nje ezoshayisa i-penalty ekubeni ingadecide uZwane during the week. So abantu just need to calm down. Ezinye izinto are not a big deal as they think. And then now Umpanagaga Peterson continued to make some good saves, which was impressive. And then we saw Mahlatsi as well coming in. He did not have much of an impact, but it was just good to see him coming out there. Can I just say this, guys? Did you see Unjabulo Ngcobo's apology? It touched me, and it showed me ukuthi this is why we should not write off abadlali based on performance eyodwa, because naye Ungcobo, people had turned against him. Bebengasamfuni, angaphinda adlalele i-Chiefs, yelo fana uyasidelela, yelo fana this, yelo fana that. And today he performed well. Yeah, I don't even know what team. It's today to me anyway. He played a nice game and was a man of the match, deservedly so. He was competing aerially, which is something Abeskalangabu has compete aerially. And with the ball as well, was comfortable playing right. Uzilele vele scheme asibusho nje nalokho. Peterson uzilele scheme kuvuma, and then noNgcobo na uzilele scheme kungezana. Ku-clear lokho, kuyazeka lokho. So the fact that ubexolisa and uyabona ukuthi this thing he's been carrying it since last year, it's good to see, because you see ukuthi he's humble enough to still say, okay, ngisaxolisa about something that happened last year. But you can see what it bothered him and ibimhlupha lento because abantu besebemjikelile. And we should stop, guys. Ngikhulumile about this thing yokuthi asiyekeni ukujikela our own players. Asiyekeni ukujikela our own players. Useya insult wasekude sekude. Wenza iphutha uwumuntu and people make mistakes. Kuphele kanjalo. Bangixakile ke sebebhusha ungezana ke ezongena. How do you put a player, because akusashintshi ukuthi uzongena, bebecathi uzothini uzona bezothi ngeke ngizahlala phansi abafuna ukungena ngeke, but instead makumbhukishe esazongena egrawundini vele you are crushing confidence yakhe, and first thing eyenzakalayo mayizothrow ibhola akanama-options, siyashoda phela. So that means sekunabantu abawu-2 kuphela who are trying to challenge for the ball, and you are playing against a team who have numerical advantage because bawu-11 bawu-10, and then wathole yellow card. Vele use-under pressure already, sebeyaqhubeka bambusha. Le nto lena guys ngempela kwesinye isikhathi, as much as kunabalandeli aba-right be-Chiefs, abanye nje bethu we are just the ones who are crushing our own team. Now uNgcobo useperformile and usekhombisile ukuthi ubeyisola all along. Ungezana-ke yena usekwi-period usazoyiprova, but akumele umdlali or umuntu azayiprove sometimes before simxolele. Kumele ukwazi ukumxolela umuntu, because ngeke kushintshe ukuthi is a Kaizer Chiefs player. Instead uzocrush umuntu, ucrush i-career yakhe, kanti umuntu besene-potential njengoNjabulo Ngcobo. Manje-ke sekungezana. Asiphatheni kahle, guys. These are also human beings, but overall a good game from the boys. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about what you thought of the match and what you think about my take on the match. And please do vote for Samge to be in the top 12 of Miss KZN Queen. I'll leave the comment, I'll pin the link to voting for Samge on the comment section. And it's free, guys, to vote, so please do vote for her. I will see you on the next video. And until next time, remember,